We have just the most wonderful time. We really do. We've been going since 2006, believe it or not.
Why did you start this?
I was obsessed with Queen since I was about 11. I was also obsessed with music theatre. So I did lots and lots of music theatre. So lots of training in acting and singing and things like that. And then many years later, my wife took me to go and see a Queen tribute band. And I was very, very disappointed. I thought, oh my God, I could do way better than that. So I sat there with this problem, well, I've haven't been in bands for years and haven't done music theatre for years. What do I do about this? I sort of thought I've got to fix this. And then my brother took me to see another Queen band a couple of years later. And after the show, I walked up to the guitarist and I said, "You are really good, but the rest of your band, I mean, man, I could sing better than your lead singer." And he goes, "Give me your phone number." And we started a band.
And that's what became Queen Forever.
Yeah, 2006. When we went to our very first ever jam session back in 2006, as soon as the first song started, I involuntarily started moving like Freddie. And I'd never practiced doing that, but I just watched him so many times. And then it started to sort of grow in my mind as a possibility. And so within about a week, I was like, we're going to start a company and we're going to tour the world. And they're all like, whoa, aren't we just jamming? And I'm like, no, we're going to make this something big.
Wow. So
Yeah.
that's actually what you did. You started touring the world and you made your dream a reality.
Yeah. I see it really as a role, like any other music theatre role. As soon as the costume is on, I'm in character. I talk like him and behave like him and respond like he would respond. It sort of feels like I'm taking on the spirit of Freddie. His story is incredible. He was brought up in India and Zanzibar. He had no right to, no, technically no right to become an international rock god. He didn't have the heritage or the breeding, nothing.
So what was the secret to his success then?
So I think the secret to his success was actually what you see in many people that have become incredibly famous, and that is a difficult childhood. Because at the age of 6, his parents sent him to boarding school in India and they lived in Zanzibar. And it was a 6-week journey to get to boarding school on boats and things. And so he was incessantly teased at school for his teeth and he had to grow a thick skin. And I think he really was escaping from that world. And the thing about Freddie, if you watch every interview he's ever done, you will never hear him once mention his childhood. Never,
Really?
never,
Really?
not once.
According to audiences who've seen you right around the world, there's nothing closer to the real Queen than your band, Queen Forever. How have you managed to come that close? And what would you say about the audience reaction you're getting?
It comes down to what I said earlier about our philosophy in the early days and then how it shifted and molded. Because essentially, what I like to do, and I think Brian May talks about this as well, the guitarist for Queen, is that make sure that every single evening is a unique moment in time. And so if I'm fully present and fully in the character of Freddie Mercury, then and I'm openly and freely communicating with the audience and dragging people up on stage. It's a very interactive show. So I will go out into the audience and sit on people's laps and get them fully engaged. And I think for a period of time they may just forget that it's a copy. I definitely don't sound the closest to Freddie Mercury of anyone, but I don't know that anyone sounds like Freddie Mercury because he had that unique mouth structure and the extra teeth and
Yeah.
that sort of thing. But the actual movements and the personality and the spirit of him, I think, is what I try to capture. And at the end of the day, our product or our result we're looking for with our show is an audience that's utterly thrilled and blown away and just thinks it's the most fun. And it's quite a comedic sort of night as well.
You always get great reaction, right?
Yeah, yeah, absolutely. I have a bit of a spiritual sort of philosophy about it too, Sandy, which is essentially that we all have our own lives, we all have our own problems, and if there's 1,000 people in the audience, there's 1,000 different problems. And so if I can take those people and we can take those people away from those problems for a few hours, there's really nothing like music and entertainment that can do that.
You've got a few shows coming up. Can you tell us about where we could come and see you here in Melbourne?
We definitely are playing at the Palms at Crown the 10th of October. And then we have a show a week later on the 18th of October at Bunjil Place in Narre Warren. And then we're playing at the Geelong Performing Arts Centre a week later on the 24th. And then a week after that, we're playing at Ringwood and Frankston. So October is the month of Melbourne.
Fabulous.
We're actually playing a big, big show in New Year's Eve in Singapore. And then next year, we've got a brand new tour to celebrate our 20th anniversary and 50 years since their first tour of Australia, which was 1976, the
Right.
Night at the Opera Tour. And that's called the Greatest Hits Tour. And we are going to bring out all of the greatest hits. There's all new video, all new sound effects and visual effects. There's a lot of work being done to make sure that it's really something special next year.
Gareth Hill, congratulations with all the work you've put into this. Your success is well deserved, and we're looking forward not only to the shows here, but to see what Queen Forever brings in 2026 too. How fabulous that you've made your dreams come true and you're paying homage to one of the greatest bands in the world and doing it so, so well.
Lovely, Sandy. Thank you.